Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to talk about enums. Basically enums are one special kind of Java class that is going to collect all different sorts of constants. An enum can be of the two flavors. One can be just the constants and or another can be constant, can also contain some values. So these are the two flavors we're going to look into today. Enums are very useful in order to understand these constants into the Java. Normally you'd be able to just create a constants just by defining static final string. So it would be like outside of public, I can say private changed. That is normally what the constant would look like. But if you want to do this is basically, first thing is it is a private, it is only accessible within this class. You can create this public and can be accessible throughout any classes. The only difference is then you would have to define each of these different variables as many time you need. So for one or two it is fine, but just think of if you have like 50 constants, it is harder to define variables for all the time, right? And then it is harder to read, it is not a type safety, blah blah blah, right? So for that purpose enum is going to simplify your solutions. So we're going to talk about enums in this video, more into that. Go into that. So if I go here, when I create an enum, I can go right click into the package, new enum. Okay, enum, I can just write anything. For example, I can write days. Okay, so days is my enum. In this enum I'm going to define a few things. First of all, I'm going to just write is Sunday, Monday. For example, I have 4 days, right? And when I go into this, let's say this is a enum, and if I need to use this in any class, I can create a class here. I can just here, for example, the class, right? So I can simply call that enum. So days days dot. These constants are already showing there. So Monday, Saturday, you can just simply enter that and it is going to come up. So here the difference what you are actually seeing is you don't have to type anything anymore. So if you want to run this, it is just going to run as a Java application because it's a Java class, and it is going to print me the Tuesday, right? Tuesday. So Tuesday is actually just printing me that object of that enum, okay, enum value. But sometimes these constants may not always be the case. Sometimes you want to store the values within this itself, right? So for that, I'm going to actually put this in the different lines, and then we're going to do some other exercise here. So for example, you want to add some values into this Sunday. So what do you just go into that, put the parentheses each one of this, right? And then each one of these would have the parentheses. What we're trying to do here is we're trying to create some values that is related to Sunday, right? So Sunday could be the first day, right? So first day, and then Sunday could be let's say odd day, right? Sunday is number one, which is an odd. Monday could be second day, right? Even, right? Tuesday can be what is the Tuesday can be odd day again, right? Once Saturday could be even day, so which is a sixth day, right? Even, something like this, right? This is how your enum values are. We're trying to just store, and by the way, you can add any values here. You can add as many params you want. I'm just adding 2 for this example, but you can just add 5 or 6 or whatever you want. I'm giving some days because it's just to show you like a quick demo. Normally you would be using this towards any constants you want. So for example, the company that you work for, you might have certain different business ideas, the business values, whatever business constants you might want in your application in order to access them, right? So just use that towards that. So for example, this Sunday may not be the case for you. You might have to write, so for example, you work for some insurance company, right? And then you can write all different sorts of insurance coverage. Each one of this insurance policy may have different attributes, right? It could have what are the expiry, what are the policy premium, or there could be certain deductibles, or just like if you work in a phone company, right? You have a phone policy. Phone policy may have certain things, right? Like what are the coverage and so on. So these all different values can be related to just one single key. That is one main idea about having the enum. So just having that, if you have a value, it is, you have to do some little work here. You cannot just call like that earlier, right? So if you have a values related to this, you have to actually get into this. So in order to do that, first of all, you have to make that same serialized. So first number is a number, so you have to do private what is that, day private string even odd, right? So if I need to define this outside, so first of all I need to get the getter, right? So public get day count return, right? So same thing with the string, right? So with this string, what I do, string get even odd, even odd, right? Basically I'm just trying to return even or odd, right? So now I need to get this constructor for this enum. So for that I have to defining the private, because I don't want anybody to even try to think of creating instance of this, right? So private days, and then I have to define just like you define any constructor in the Java class, right? So it will be int day count, right? Even odd, right? So I would say this dot get day count equals even equals. Pretty much done here. That's all you need for now, right? So now if you have to go into, why is this guy doing like that? Even odd. Oh, it's not that. Okay, it's oh so small. Okay, now if you want to call these values outside of this class, so you can simply do that. So you do days dot now you can get that value, right? So it's even or odd, you can just do that and it's going to print me the string value. It would say, let's run that. Okay, now if you see, it is going to tell me the Tuesday's value, which is odd, right? So what which is like Tuesday's the exact value. It could have like 10 different values, but then you can call them with the method, right? So let's go a little bit further down from here. So we can actually use this doing iterating. Instead of calling Tuesday, we can pass that as a parameter and then still use that, right? So for that, what we do, I'll have to define the public method. So public days, right? And then get day. I have to define that as a string. So for that, I'm defining some parameters. Anybody who calls this method need to define these parameters, which has to pass the argument, right? So get day, day. Now what I do, I would have to define that days into the array, right? Day equals days, right? Dot values, right? Days dot values, it is already given for you. So next what we do, oh, here's already there day, let's put name, day name. Okay, now this day is going to represent one single value. Okay, it is going to represent one single value. So what I am doing is I'm going to loop across this day. So days, day, day, day. Okay, day is the array. Now if d dot name, right, dot equals name dot equals whatever name you are giving, day name, right? This is equals that name, then return d. Okay, so what it does, it is going to now return me that value. So now let's get out of this value. So before that goes out, return. Now I'm saving that. So let me recap here. So what I'm doing here is this days start value. Days have so many values, right? Everything is a days values. But now I'm going to define each one of these into the array, right? So what I'm doing is entire days, whatever days you have, days is d, right? Days is d means each one of this value is a d. If the d's value is equal, d dot name, which is a d, is this, d dot name is Sunday, Monday, right? Dot equals day name. So if that equals the day name, right, day name could be, if I be passing Sunday, then it is going to return me Sunday. That's all we're doing. We're not going inside the value yet. Okay, so let's use that in, try to use that way. So we're passing that as an argument now. We can still use the above one, but sometimes we don't want to use that like a hard coded, right? So I would say days dot, right, get, we're using through the method this time, get day, this time we're writing Sunday, right? Then dot get day count. Okay, and I want to print that 1 at this time. So if I want to run this again, you want to see 1 is being printed at this time. Okay, see this. So this is coming from the get day. Get day is looking for one string argument. That argument is being compared across this entire enum. Who does that? This loop is doing that. That is what we want to externalize. Sometimes we want to use that method, and then that will handle that for you. So now we have a day count, and you could even do that whatever the another method is. We can even do get even odd, right? Just like this guy is doing. So just like calling the method. Up until this point, it is like you are going up to the matching day. If you're passing Tuesday, it would come here. It will ignore everybody else because it is returning D and it is done with this method. It's not looping anymore. So if you're passing Saturday, it will just look into that. That is what this value, highlighted value, is for. And then dot day count, then what it does, it will go inside this, and then day count is the first value. It will return you the first value. That's all what we need for the enum. You can have as many arguments here. It's up to you. I'm just giving you kind of simple examples so that you can help you understand. I think this is it for the enum. So use towards your business case, you know, how you would need it. That's all for this video. The main purpose is to help you understand the enums. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment below, and then I can you know, get back to you. I can try to get back to you as soon as possible, and we'll look forward for the next video. Thank you very much for watching this video, and please continue to do so. If you would like to support my channel, and if you like this video, please subscribe my channel and support my channel. Thank you very much for watching this video.